Pep, yo Pep, it's game time. HS game time.
It's my boy, Suwa Cravens, leading Vista Murrieta to a big win at Norco. Centennial taking care of business at Murrieta Valley. Redlands looking to upset Upland. The Rancho Verde got another crack at Elsinore, and the Mustangs get it done. Heritage is moving on, knocking off Arlington. Citrus Hill coming up big at Rialto. And the Sty Hairston Experience powers Banning to the CIF semis.
You know, when you're winning, it's really fun.
Football is fun, Sty, but you play to win the game. Write that down. The Saturday Scouting Report is brought to you by Hemet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your hometown dealer. Check out the first anniversary sale. Don't flip out. The Saturday Scouting Report starts now.
I'm fired up, you fired up, we fired up.
Vista Murrieta and Centennial are both just one win away from setting up a rematch for the Inland Division Championship. I'm Pep Fernandez, and this is the HS Game Time Saturday Scouting Report. The Broncos will take on Rancho Cucamonga in the CIF semifinals. Vista Murrieta had to get past Norco first in the quarterfinals. Picking up with the Broncos in the red zone, quarterback Nick Stevens says, "I got this." 7-zip Vista Murrieta on the Stevens touchdown. Norco needed to make some stops on defense. Justin Martin up for the challenge and coming up with the interception there. So Cougars with the ball, and the quarterback now, Colton Gerhardt to Juan Acosta. Touchdown, we are Norco. The Broncos would have an answer. What up, Holmes? Keyshawn Holmes dances into the end zone, and Vista Murrieta is back in the lead. The Broncos add to that lead when Garrett Caraway gets loose on this carry. The Broncos with a stable of offensive weapons. Guys just stepping up. Norco would fight back, though. They get it done on the defensive side of the ball. Kwesi Mashak, the interception for the Cougars. So Norco turns away Vista Murrieta on that drive, but the great Aaron Ruth converts this field goal later for the Broncos to get 3 more on the board for Vista Murrieta. Norco would keep this one close. Gerhardt to Acosta late in the game, but the Cougars would need to stop Vista Murrieta on offense. And they give the ball to their playmaker, Suwa Cravens. You can't stop it. Cravens gets it cracking on this touchdown run, and Vista Murrieta wins 31-16. The Broncos will battle Rancho Cucamonga in the Inland Division semifinals. Now to the other side of the bracket. That's where we find Centennial colliding with Murrieta Valley. Nighthawks down, but not out. Quarterback Andrew Blake to Alex Martin for the touchdown. Murrieta Valley trailing 42-21. Centennial answers. Quarterback Robert Weber, R-dub into the paint, 49-21, Huskies on top. Murrieta Valley gets a big lift when 5'6" Damon Nolan pops off on this kick return. Nolan takes this kickoff return nearly 100 yards for the touchdown. Nolan earned a spot in the top plays last week, and I think he's back this week. First play of the next drive, Centennial goes to Joe Wheat. His second touchdown of the game makes it 56-28, Centennial on top. The Nighthawks looking to match the Huskies on offense. Blake, the screen pass to Jacob Augustine. See ya when I see ya. Augustine bolts 70 yards for the score. The Nighthawks will not go away, but neither will that Centennial machine on offense. Weber over the middle to Devontae McNeely for the score. The Huskies defense also come up with some big plays to slow down the Nighthawks. Jalen Johnson, JJ, sacks Blake, while Centennial continued to roll on offense. R-dub, Robert Weber does it again. 8 touchdowns in all. Go ahead and count them. Centennial doubles up Murrieta Valley 70-35. Next up for Centennial, Upland in the semis. Now it's on to Redlands, where the Terriers took on the U, Upland. I ran into a Redlands mom named Katrina Aguila, whose son Chris played for Redlands, class of 2010. He's now in the Navy, stationed in Japan, and he watches all the HS Game Time shows.
Hi Chris, we're out here at Anthony's game, as you know, and we just want to let you know how much we love you, and we're supporting you, and we're all rooting you on as much as you're rooting on Anthony. We wish you could be here, and we know that you can't, but we're all here for you, and you're here for him. So we're going to get this one for you tonight. Love you.
Our house on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
First quarter, Terrier star running back Craig Lee cranks it up. Big run here. He racked up 181 yards on the ground. And that would set up this. 41 yards on the scoring scamper as Redlands strikes first 7-zip. And here comes big Jared Lael, who's been helping pave the way for Lee all season long. Hey, Chris, all the way in Japan. Thank you for your service, and I hope you're watching because here's your little bro, Anthony Aguila, making a big-time play on the Upland quarterback. Upland, though, would eventually get on the scoreboard when the QB, Nate Romine, calls his own number and evens the game at 7 apiece. So now we go to the second quarter. Romine does it again, and he gives Upland the lead 14-7, squeezing through the Terriers' defense. Redlands looking to answer before the break. Lee breaks off a big run here, but the Terriers' drive would stall. Redlands also getting some big defensive plays in the first half. Sebastian Peterson comes into the highlights, but Redlands would not have enough in this one. Head coach Jim Walker watches his team fall to Upland. Final score of 28-14. Defending Central Division champion, the Rancho Verde is headed to the semifinals to take on the upstart Paloma Valley Wildcats. The Mustangs had their hands full once again with Elsinore. The Tigers beat them to open the season. DeMaurier Stringfellow, the great catch for the Rancho Verde. And check out Stringfellow getting the carry from out of the backfield. Stringfellow is in for the touchdown. Elsinore would answer. Kevin Gatrost in for the touchdown there. The Tigers trying to keep the Mustangs within striking range. But the Rancho Verde had other plans, hoping to hang on to that big lead. Keyshawn Slaughter finds the end zone for another Rancho Verde touchdown. But here come the Tigers. Elsinore gives the rock to Alan Stubbs. Touchdown, Tigers. And you know how Elsinore rolls. They're rolling on Stubbs. Nice run here to set up this. It's quarterback Tommy Wilson to Anthony Sevilla on 4th down for the touchdown with just seconds to play in this one. Elsinore within 2, 42-40. So the Tigers go for the 2-point conversion and the tie. No good. The Rancho Verde hangs on to the win, 42-40. The Mustangs will meet Paloma Valley in the semis after the Wildcats had no trouble against Colony. Ray Golden, he's got the golden touch. The interception and the return, there is a block in the back, so the pick counts, but not the touchdown. David Solis says, no worries, I got your back. Solis puts it in the spin cycle and finds the end zone for a Paloma Valley score. Let's hear from the Wildcats defense. Felix Bogroff with the INT. So the Paloma Valley offense goes back to work. Quarterback Brent Bohm, just call him Bebo. To Marcus Page. My friends on Facebook said, hey, look out for Marcus Page. This guy's the real deal. You can see why. That sets up another Solis touchdown. Get in there. Paloma Valley all over Colony. The Wildcats defense going strong too. Matt Orzek steps his game up. The sack. Paloma Valley wins 56-14. Heritage hooking up with Arlington on the other side of the Central Division bracket. Sione Taki. Now that's what I'm talking about. Taki with one of his 2 touchdowns in the game. Later it's super bad. Jamal Morrow making the touchdown catch from quarterback Matt Bradshaw. Morrow, Taki and company go on to beat Arlington 35-7. The Patriots are moving on. Next up, Kaiser. The Cats were on the road at Temescal Canyon. Marquette, Washington gets the party started with a touchdown run for Kaiser, 7-zip Cats. But here come the Titans. Quarterback Sean Trimble the pitch to Jacob Hetland, but the Titans could not punch in the score on that Kaiser defense. Now it's the Titans with the ball again. Trimble going downfield, but there's Kaiser's Desmond Ferreira coming up with the interception. So Kaiser is back in business from the goal line. The quarterback sneak. Raymond Padilla for the Kaiser touchdown. 14-zip. Cats on top. Later in the second quarter, Temescal Canyon calls on Tyler George. Can you hear me now? Good! George finds the house for the Temescal Canyon touchdown. The Titans with the ball. It's Trimble to Andrew Veazey. Foshizi, but the Titans could not hold on to the ball. It squirts loose on this play, and Temescal Canyon fails to score on that drive. Trailing by just 4, the Titans were still in this one, but Trimble is picked off by Angel Hernandez. Kaiser hangs on to the win, 14-10. So it's Kaiser and Heritage in the Central Semis. Over in the Eastern Division, Tahquitz won a shootout with Oak Hills, 67-56, to set up a battle with league rival and top-seeded Citrus Hill in the semifinals. The Hawks were on the road at Rialto in the quarters. Quarterback Trevor Hodge to KJ Young. What what you know about that. That duo is impressive. The Knights also have a real good 1-2 punch. Quarterback Javon Morgan to Willie Moore on the touchdown connection. Then later in the first quarter, this highlight brought to you by the letters P and J and the number 4. The Hawks giving the ball to P.J. Walker. Where's number 4? And he's going 90 yards on this touchdown run. That's my PJ, and Citrus Hill regains the lead. Now we go to the second quarter. It's Hodge to Walker. Oh yeah, PJ catches the ball out of the backfield as well, and that goes to the Rialto 20. Walker did the work. It's time to get paid. Straight cash, homie. Walker in for the score. Rialto with the ball now, trying to reel in the Hawks, but it's Jack Brown. What can Brown do for you? How about the interception? The Citrus Hill offense goes back to work. Hodge to Young, over the shoulder style on that catch. That sets up another Walker touchdown as the Citrus Hill lead continues to grow against the Knights. Rialto looking to battle back. The Knights need more. It's Morgan to Willie Moore. The nice move to split the defenders and find the paint, but Citrus Hill's offense is relentless. Hodge to Young. He lives on the edge, and down the sideline he goes, 90 yards to the house, and Citrus Hill would not be stopped in this one. Hodge to James Ooten. Count it! Citrus Hill advances to the semis, winning 54-28. Next up, Beaumont squaring off with Serrano. The Cougars found themselves in an early hole from some tough running by Serrano tailback Michael Hawkins. Hawkins goes in for the touchdown in the first quarter, and before Beaumont could even blink, Serrano was driving down the field again. Hawkins, the deep run into Cougars territory, that leads to this. Another Hawkins score, and just like that, it's 14-zip Serrano. Beaumont would battle back. Josh Martin back at quarterback, puts it up for Greg Rincon, who hauls in the catch, and then later on that drive, it's Martin to Austin Penna for the score, but it's the only Beaumont score of the night. The Cougars' season comes to a close, losing 52-7. Serrano will take on Carter of Rialto in the semis. Over in the East Valley Division, Jurupa Hills has reached the semifinals. They beat Citrus Valley 23-21 in the quarters to set up a semifinal showdown with top-seeded Ontario Christian. In the other semi, it's league rivals Banning versus Rim of the World. The Fighting Scots down St. Margaret's 28-14 behind 300 yards and 4 touchdowns from running back Team Jacob Taylor. Banning met Linfield Christian in the quarterfinals. Too bad Sty Hairston is so shy, never finds the camera. I see you, Sty. Second quarter, and this one is already getting out of control because of a huge, historic game by the Banning quarterback, the Sty Hairston experience. Touchdown number 5, we think, at that point, and then it's Sty again. Just like Twinkies, Ding Dongs, and Ho-Hos, he's gone and not coming back. Hostess is closing its doors, but the Sty Hairston experience open for business. Linfield Christian never stopped competing. Austin Hall, the quarterback, crosses the goal line on the keeper for the Lions, but later more from Banning. It's Alvin Harper checking into the highlights. The Deuce gets loose on this run and finds the paint for another Broncos touchdown. And the touchdowns at Banning normally means push-ups, but when you score 71 points, you do jumping jacks instead. Here you go again, ladies. Keep doing the jumping jacks. It's the Sty Hairston experience with a third quarter touchdown as Banning will have a rematch with Rim in the semis after beating Linfield Christian 71-14.
I believe we can make it all the way. If my line blocks it, if my defense plays how they were playing tonight, then we're going all the way.
It's time to unveil our Player of the Week, and you just saw him.
Player of the Week.
All right, so check this out. The Sty Hairston experience finished with 484 yards on the ground. That's the 4th best single game total in area history. His 8 touchdowns in the game gives him 54 on the season, which is also a new record. He's now just 10 touchdowns shy of the state record for one season. Most importantly, the Sty Hairston experience is the HS Game Time Scouting Report Player of the Week.
Play of the Week.
You got to give it up for Murrieta Valley's Damon Nolan. The Nighthawks came up short against Centennial, but Nolan came up huge on this kick return for a touchdown. Just about 100 yards for the score. It's Damon Nolan delivering the HS Game Time Scouting Report Play of the Week. So that's the quarterfinals. We'll do it again next Saturday as we break down the CIF semis. I'm Pep Fernandez, and this is the HS Game Time Saturday Scouting Reports. We'll see you next time.